Some of these things that you might want to consider before, because it's got to go in 2 weeks ahead. So I'm on this January. I've said that twice. Jason, I've had a conversation, so I'll circle back with you. I told you that wasn't too hard. So Rick had this understood.
You still looking good?
Yep.
Cool. Okay. Yep. Yeah. I'm gonna keep an eye on the my phone, and then I'm gonna have Allison watch the stream too. I think.
Okay. Sounds great. Thanks for coming in. Yep.
That's the 18th. You mean Monday? Oh, okay. Yeah, because he's got to which is an excellent so that's what you are. You have to know that's because they're good. I'm sure you have. Good afternoon. You can all continue to enjoy some snacks, but we wanted to start the program as planned. Welcome to the Fall 2023 CSU Online Graduation Reception. Thank you. I am Alicia Tarantino. I'm the director of CSU Online, and today I get the pleasure of emceeing and hosting today's event, so thank you. We're going to start out by our land acknowledgement, actually. So that's where we're going to start at the moment.
Colorado State University acknowledges with respect that the land we are on today is the traditional and ancestral homelands of the Arapaho, Cheyenne, and Ute nations and peoples.
This was also a site of trade, gathering, and healing for numerous other Native nations.
We recognize the indigenous peoples as original stewards of this land and all the relatives within it.
As these words of acknowledgement are spoken and heard, ties nations have to their traditional homelands are renewed and reaffirmed.
CSU is a land-grant institution, and we accept that our mission must encompass access to education and inclusion.
And significantly, that our founding came at a dire cost to Native nations and peoples whose land this university was built upon.
This acknowledgement is the education and inclusion we must practice in recognizing our institutional history, responsibility, and commitment.
Thank you. This year, well, this fall, we have over 485 online graduates. Not all of them are here today, as you can tell. We're also live streaming today so that those who cannot be here in person, we're also a part of their day. So thank you for being here, those who are not here in person. Today, we are celebrating learners who came from either here in Fort Collins, Georgia, Arizona, Texas, you know what, as far as Canada and the United Kingdom. And we have one learner who has actually come 1,961 miles from Melbourne, Florida to be here with us. Jackie Woods, are you in the room? Jackie? Oh, darn it, we had a thing for her.
She had to go to her ceremony.
All right. Well, we had something for her, so darn it. We'll get that to her. But we thought that was rather cool. So we are so proud of you all and so happy to be here celebrating with you all. Just a bit of housekeeping to start things off. Throughout the presentation today, I'm going to be asking a few trivia questions to keep it light, you know. And if you answer correctly, we do have a little prize. So there are some things in here. There are 4 opportunities. I did say 3. There are 4 opportunities for this little prize. And this is not open to faculty and staff. Now, we do have a ringer over here, though, who is staff and a bread. You do get to play. All right, the first opportunity is now. We all know that CSU was founded in 1870, but it was not called CSU. What name did we go by? Anyone?
Colorado Agricultural and Mechanical.
Oh, good job. Colorado Agricultural and Mechanical. Thank you. And you do see a big old A on that mountain behind us for Aggie. So thank you so much. It is my pleasure to introduce our first speaker today. She is our Associate Vice President and Advocate of Online and Distance Learning, and my boss. Please welcome Dr. Lindsay Shirley.
Thank you, Alicia. This stage is a little slippery, so if you're coming up here for recognition, make sure that you tread a little lightly because the treads on my shoes are very light. It is my absolute pleasure to be here today. I just have a few words to share with you, really looking at honoring our graduates. So welcome friends, esteemed faculty, proud families, and of course, our graduates. We are here to celebrate your achievements, dedication, and the adaptability that you have demonstrated throughout your educational journey with Colorado State University. It is an honor to join you today, and I am thankful for this moment where our journeys intersect. For me, the honor comes at a privilege. I had the opportunity to really pursue a PhD program because of online options and at a land-grant university. So if it wasn't for a land-grant university, I probably wouldn't be here today. And the options that we have as learners. When I started my PhD program, I also started teaching junior high, so 7th, 8th, and 9th graders. And I've read through many of the accomplishments of our graduates today, recognizing that many of you have had full-time jobs and families and other things that you're working on, and I understand what those moments are like. And so looking at the stories of students, I have a few that I want to share with you today of the accomplishments of those who are joining us in this room and also online. So here's a highlight from one of the journeys. I always envisioned myself going straight from undergrad to graduate school. A full-time residential experience is what I pictured. Plans change, as they do. And I'm grateful for the opportunity to get my master's while working. I feel I was able to be more successful in the program because of real world scenarios I was able to reflect on and incorporate within my coursework. Another story. Growing up, I always told myself I was street smart, not book smart. I grew up with a narrative that restricted me in my education journey. My high school counselor even told me not to bother applying to CSU because I would not get accepted and that I would just be setting myself up for failure. Throughout college, I would replay that over and over in my head, ultimately leading me to academic dismissal. I am so grateful for my fiance who had to give me real strong pep talk. And since then, my grades have been at its best in my entire life. My academic journey has felt long, and I didn't think I would have the opportunity to graduate, but I am incredibly proud, grateful, and honored for this opportunity. Another story, even with being part of the distance learning plan, I still felt connected to the school and my fellow students. With the advancements in video meeting applications, I was able to connect with several of my fellow classmates and get to know them as individuals, not just names on a page. Two more that I want to share. This is a dream I had when I was 12. The opportunity didn't start until I was 23, and now we celebrate not just an accomplishment, but my third graduation. It has been a lonely journey, but worth it at every turn. And we also have many first-generation students in the room and online who are working full-time while pursuing a degree and completing without debt. And so that's an exciting celebration, an exciting moment where students are able to, all of you are able to accomplish something and set off into the world. So graduates, today, we not only celebrate the degrees you've earned, but also the resilience you've shown in pursuing your education in a digital environment. You have overcome unique challenges of distance learning, from forging connections with classmates over video calls to mastering the art of time management. You have experimented with how to learn independently, navigating through uncertainty and taking control of your own education. As you embark on the next chapter of your lives, I encourage you to harness the skills you've honed and the passion you've developed during your time at CSU Online. Pursue your dreams with determination and be fearless in the face of adversity. You have proven that you can thrive in an ever-evolving world, adapting and growing as times demand. And to families and friends, let's give them a hand, literally. There are a lot of people in the room who have the same name, Guest. So I didn't know it was so popular. Thank you for your unwavering support, love, and encouragement. You have played a pivotal role in shaping these graduates into the tenacious, resourceful individuals they are today. Graduates, as you take the first steps into the future, remember that you will forever be a part of the CSU family. Congratulations, class of 2023. We're incredibly proud of your achievements and cannot wait for the incredible impact you continue to make in the world. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Lindsay. It's always lovely to hear some of those stories. I know them. I work on online learning all the time, but I don't know, it hits you harder today, doesn't it? And hopefully some of you heard your own words as well out of Lindsay. Before we welcome our next speaker, I have another trivia question. So, are you ready? Amy Persons is what number president of CSU?
16.
Ooh, we have a winner. 16th. If you didn't know, 16th. Congratulations. Hey, good work. Very nice. Our next speaker is the Student and Recent Graduate Engagement Specialist within the CSU Alumni Association, because you are now alums. Please welcome Sophie Matthews.
All right. Hello, everyone. And first of all, I just want to say I commend that confidence. That was awesome. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today as we celebrate you and your fellow class of graduates. On behalf of the Colorado State University Alumni Association, please join me in another massive celebratory round of applause to all of our graduates. As mentioned earlier, my name is Sophie Matthews, and I serve as a Student and Recent Graduate Engagement Specialist in the CSU Alumni Association. I'm so excited to be here with you today, to meet you, to hear your stories, and to officially welcome you into the alumni family. And I'm super excited to welcome all of you who are the newest class of Alumni Association Grad Pack members. Thank you for the support that you've already shown Colorado State University and that you're continuing to show as you begin your journey as alums. I know this week is busy. There are so many places for you to be, ceremonies for you to be at, people for you to meet, things for you to see, but I just want to make sure that we take a minute to soak in a reminder of enjoying the moment around us and being present in our celebratory this weekend. Thank you again for taking time to allow us to celebrate you and all of your accomplishments here. You have so much to be proud of. Colorado State University is exceptionally proud of our online graduates, and for many of you sitting in this room, we realize that this may be your first time on campus. Can anyone raise your hand if it's your first time here? All right, well, welcome everyone, welcome. Well, we hope it isn't the last time that you're on campus, and we hope that we get to meet those of you joining us virtually today too. Make sure to take a second to look around and see that everyone is just so happy to have you join us, and know that our campus community is showing up in full swing to celebrate you this week. And if you haven't already, stop by the Iris and Michael Smith Alumni Center just on the other side of the stadium to celebrate and participate in our journey in celebrating you. We have Grad Fest going on today. It goes till 5 p.m. and this whole event is dedicated to you. So stop by while you're dressed in your regalia, while you're with your family and your friends for some unlimited photo booth opportunities and just to meet your new home away from home here on campus. I also know that earning your degree at times may have seemed overwhelming, especially if you were working, taking care of a family, or if you've been out of school for a while. But your determination and unique contributions to the CSU community have shined through it all. What you have achieved in this moment is nothing short of remarkable. Your graduation from Colorado State University is an accomplishment to not only be celebrated today, but for a very long while. And we are excited to officially welcome you into the alumni family as we continue to do so. You're joining a community of over 250,000 living alumni of Colorado State who have been cheering you on every step of the way. And like the RAM graduates before you, today you start a new journey. Whether it be starting a new career, continuing a job you love, or exploring new adventures, your Alumni Association is here to support you and keep you connected to your fellow Rams. In addition to the well wishes of those who came before you, we have a lot of resources available for you, such as career and professional development webinars, workshops, even events in Fort Collins and nationwide, and even a travel program. So if you're feeling really excited about the celebratoriness and want to take a trip, we've got some just for you. I know the graduates in this room come from all over the world, and I hope you know that Ram Pride is worldwide, including in your city. We have groups of CSU alums who are all called Ram Networks, who are all over the world and are full of dedicated and passionate Rams who are waiting with open arms to welcome you to the community in your city. If after graduation you find yourself outside of Colorado, I encourage you to get connected with these groups and then to continue that sense of Ramley for many more graduates to come. Be proud of yourself as you don your regalia this weekend and earn the title of CSU alum. As a 2022 graduate myself, I remember very vividly the excitement I felt as I picked up my grad pack, steamed all the wrinkles out, put it on, and was getting ready to dress up and walk across the stage and cheering with my fellow graduates in our success. I also very vividly remember the sudden sense of nervousness and what now that started to set in immediately afterwards as the thought of next steps began to arise. And if you can relate to that feeling, know that you're not alone and that your time as a Ram doesn't end here. Or ever. I encourage you to think of the people who are involved in this experience for you. Maybe that's your parent who experienced your time at CSU through a phone call, or a professor whose office hours became a recurring appointment on a calendar. Maybe it's a best friend, a sibling, a classmate. Maybe even if it's your dog who sat with you as you completed your coursework at night. Whoever it is, we know that that sense of a supportive community is what gets us through the highs and the lows in life. This next stage of life that being a CSU alum opens you up to will no doubt bring you many more of these connections. It could be a new mentor who went to CSU themselves, a new boss who's proud to be a CSU Ram, or a fellow recent grad in this room. Lean into these folks. They are really excited to meet you. And keep in touch with your existing connections. Say hi to the classmate that you're sitting with who maybe you've previously only ever interacted with over those video calls. Keep in touch with that professor who became a friend. And keep in touch with us at CSU. Our alumni truly make us incredibly proud of our institution and our community, so keep us updated with all the cool things that you go on to do. In closing, I hope you know how thankful CSU is to have spent this time with you and how excited we are at the Alumni Association to keep in touch with you and get to know you. Congratulations again to the class of 2023. This time is yours, you are prepared, and the world is excited to see what you have to offer. Welcome again to the alumni family.
All right. Thank you so much, Sophie. Who's ready for another trivia question? Now this one, hopefully a lot of you know. The others, maybe not. What is the name of the CSU mascot? Cam. Wait. Cam the... Okay, thank you. There was confidence there too. Okay, so for our awards, we're going to start with Outstanding Distance Educator. So please welcome Haley Hollern and Casey Gladfelter to the stage.
Alrighty, guys, welcome. So my name's Haley and this is Casey. And I'm laughing a little bit because as we were preparing to do this, you know, we talked about, we'll talk from the heart, we'll wing it. So we get here and Casey has a beautiful note in her phone she's going to read, and I've had a glass of wine and I'm ready to try it. So, but what I love about that opening statement is a lot of our journey has been built on vulnerability, transparency, adaptability, flexibility. As online learners, you know, they've talked about this a lot. We've had to adjust and adapt. And we are very, very thankful for Miss Jody Donovan. She's sitting right here in the vest. We'll bring her up in a moment so you can all see her. But Casey and I are both, we've worked in the field for several years while we've, pursued our graduate degrees. And Jody, as our advisor, has just been our champion and our advocate. And through different journeys that we've taken, Casey and I both are advisors. I work for the College of Business at the University of Iowa. So like many of you, this is my first time to campus, meeting a lot of new faces. But Casey actually works here and works for CSU. So very different journeys, very different learners, very different people. But that is what makes Jody such a great advisor and an educator, is she gets to know her advisees. She tailors her approach to the different students that she's working with. She puts in that extra mile. She gives thought. She gives care. She gives constructive feedback, things you may not always want to hear at different points of your journey, but it makes an incredible impact. And Casey and I are both so grateful to be here today, to have walked across the stage this morning and to be done, to celebrate with all of you as online learners, and to look at our amazing advisor, Jody, and say thank you. Truly, there were points where I questioned if I would finish this journey, and Jody is a huge reason why I'm here today and able to give her this award. So I'm incredibly grateful to other people who have been nominated and the CSU faculty who ultimately chose Jody for this award, because while I haven't gotten to work with many faculty I think are very deserving, Jody is one that through and through I would stand for. So thank you so much, Jody, for everything you've done for me. And I'll turn it over to Casey, who has everything prepared.
I am not well prepared for this, but that's why I have to write things down. And even then it's just we'll see how it goes. So Dr. Donovan is somebody who I would consider to be the golden star of online instructors. As she teaches student development theory for the SAHI program, this is not surprising, but it's clear that she puts her research into practice with the students that she instructs. I've been lucky to work with her as a student, as a researcher, and as a colleague. And in every role, I've seen her willingness to go above and beyond for her students, including myself. She's willing to listen with an understanding ear, give constructive feedback, and help students think about topics in a new light. As an online advisor, I get to hear the strengths and the shortcomings of a number of the courses here at CSU Online. But as an online student then, I appreciated her ability to understand the differences in the way that online courses need to be taught and design her course accordingly. I also appreciated her ability to incorporate new settings into things. After hearing about online SAHI students' desire for more connection, she was able to help arrange for student affairs study abroad to be offered in a synchronous hybrid model so that the online learners would also be able to participate in pre-trip coursework alongside with the on-campus students. And while we had some bumps and bruises, trying to find a way to incorporate everyone involved and to get the technology to cooperate, in the end, Jody's the one that made it work. Working alongside her in these courses as a student and as a teaching assistant is what helped me solidify one of my topics for my research regarding the needs of online learners. So after extensive hours of research and writing about best practices for online, all of which she stepped up to help me with, I can say with certainty, and with all the rights and privileges now bestowed upon us as masters, that she is one of the good ones. Speaking for both Haley and myself, when we faced academic challenges in these final semesters of the program, Jody is the person who stepped up, even when she didn't have to help us to get here today. And for that reason, we would like to honor her with the award for the Outstanding Distance Educator.
I think we're supposed to take a photo.
We're supposed to take a photo?
No, I'm just, I'm, no. They said it all.
I personally have taken student developmental theory with Dr. Jody Donovan and been a colleague of hers, and I agree, that is very well earned. Congratulations again. All right, let's lighten it up a little. Last opportunity. Yep, you need this one. To win this coveted fancy little prize here. How many colleges are there on the CSU campus? 8. Correct. Great job. The confidence. I love it. Amazing. Okay. For our last award, please welcome Mindy Van Kelsbeek to present the Outstanding Distance Learner Award. Mindy?
Hi, everyone. It's great to be here with you today. My name is Mindy Van Kelsbeek, and I serve in a couple different roles in the School of Social Work. I'm an instructor for the Masters of Social Work program and also serve providing dedicated support to the distance program. So I get to work very closely with CSU Online in a couple different capacities. I'm very happy to be here with all of you today. Graduation day is one of my favorite days of the year. December graduation is even better because parking is more available. So there's a win there. And I'm guessing that many of you in the room, families and students, are also just really glad to be here on this day, honoring what all of you have done to support students, to support graduates to be here. Graduation is a time where we get to come together, acknowledge, and celebrate the arrival to this moment. As part of that acknowledgement, I'm delighted to be here to represent the School of Social Work and acknowledge Julie Bridenstine as the recipient of the CSU Online Outstanding Distance Learner Award. While receiving an award like this is such an honor, I also want to share with you a little bit why Julie is receiving this award. I was told that I had 5 minutes, and I asked Alicia for closer to 30 minutes because it's going to be hard to fit everything in just a few minutes. So I'll begin with some context on how I know Julie, as I've had the opportunity to be with Julie in the first 2 semesters of her graduate program. And then we've also remained in contact over the last couple years. She's been involved in some really pivotal roles within our department, and we've also just remained in dialogue since the time that she started the program. So I feel well positioned to be able to speak to Julie's excellence from my own firsthand experience. In addition to my experiences, Julie has also intersected with several of my colleagues in the School of Social Work through courses, internship experiences, research projects, and more. Knowing the wide number of people who have also had the opportunity to see Julie's excellence in learning, I also invited my colleagues to share a little bit about their experiences with her. So what I'm sharing today is a representation not only of my experiences, but also the collective impact that Julie has had on our department. So one key feature that's at the center of Julie being acknowledged as an outstanding distance learner is because of the thoughtful and engaged way she participated in the social work program. Julie modeled what it means to fully embrace the online and distance modality of learning. She regularly participated in various learning opportunities that were embedded in each course, bringing her intellectual curiosity, critical thinking, patience, understanding, and humor to each setting. One of the most important dynamics related to that is that Julie consistently enhanced shared learning with her cohort by sharing insightful perspectives, having a willingness to engage with challenging topics, and sharing honest self-reflections. She was also an active member of the Student Advisory Committee, which I must note is not required for any student to take on, and she willingly did so and excelled in this role also. She partnered with our department and her cohort in meaningful ways that enhanced the program experience and fostered relationships. She also fulfilled 2 internship experiences during her time in the program, where she consistently exemplified thoughtfulness and compassion in working with others across levels of social work practice. Notably, she directed her focus towards individual mental health services, as well as community-oriented initiatives. She engaged in relationships and multiple projects that demonstrated her commitment to advocacy, social justice, and building meaningful relationships. Separate from the specific things that Julie did, I also want to highlight some intrinsic characteristics about who Julie is. She has a calmness and consistency of being that is ever present, partnered with a positive attitude, even and especially during challenging times. Amid academic learning, she also prioritized relationships with her cohort as well as with personnel in our department. She modeled what it means to remain fully present with others and showed genuine curiosity in learning with and from those around her. Connection can be difficult to facilitate in hybrid and online learning environments, and Julie was a true leader in her cohort in fostering relationships and true connections. She's brought levity and humor into academic spaces and has embodied the essence of compassion and empathy. So Julie, your impact has been felt, not only by those in your cohort, but also all of us within the School of Social Work, myself certainly included. Your dedication to the online learning environment and social work profession have been evident, and I'm honored to be able to acknowledge you for this. It's my great pleasure to acknowledge you as the recipient of the CSU Online Outstanding Distance Learner Award. Congratulations.
Thank you. I'll take a quick.
That's fantastic. Thank you so much, Mindy. You can also read an article in Source about Julie. So she was featured, and it's also on our Instagram page. So before we close officially, I would like to take a minute to please appreciate all of the individuals who supported this event, including our graduation reception committee, Maurice Mbogo, the chair of that committee, Emily Moore, our events coordinator, Mark Rose, who is actually doing the live streaming. Thank you so much, Mark. Griffin Moores, who is taking photos. Griffin, thank you, Griffin. Of the learners and their families, all of the CSU Online and OEE staff who supported this day and helped put this event on, Dr. Lindsay Shirley, Sophie Matthews, and all of the families who are here today. Distance learning and learning this way, honestly, it takes a lot for families, for learners, and you all supported these individuals. So we're also here to support you and appreciate you. So thank you so much. Finally, I mean, we are here to celebrate the grads, but whatever. Congratulations, graduates. We're so happy to be a part of your celebration. Thank you. If we could have all of the grads go over to the gold shiny backdrop, we would like one picture of all the grads. We would appreciate that very much. And you are welcome to enjoy the hors d'oeuvres and mingle. We have the space until 3:30, so you don't have to rush out of here. But thank you so much for coming. Thank you.